What is up, guys? Today I am working on my FJ80, my 91 80 series Land Cruiser, the beautiful 80 series, and I'm addressing an issue that I've been noticing, which is that my Land Cruiser seems like it has a loss of power. It's not as strong as I'd like it to be. It takes forever to pick up speed, and it really takes forever to shift into gear when going through the gears. And I know my engine is strong. I know that my transmission is fine. So I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it if you feel like your Land Cruiser is a little slower than it should be. Now, keep in mind these things are slow, but I just feel like mine is just a little slower. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it with basic tools that everyone has, and you're going to be able to pop your hood open and in 15 minutes almost have a completely different vehicle. I was honestly super impressed with the results, being how simple this process was. And I'm going to show you a clip here. This was before I did it. Look how long it takes me to reach 60 miles an hour. It takes forever. I was actually going downhill here, and I was putting just regular pressure on the gas pedal, nothing crazy, not slamming it down, just normal pressure to pick up speed. And look how long it takes me. It ended up taking me about 31 or 32 seconds to actually reach 60 miles an hour, which is super slow. It should definitely not be that slow. So I went ahead and made that adjustment. Super easy. Took me a total of 15 minutes. 10 of those was to find my tools, and watch these results. I'm trying to put the same amount of throttle pressure as I did before, and you could clearly see it is climbing up much better. It is shifting into gear much faster, or at the right time that it should be shifting. And I'm at 22 seconds and 23 seconds here, and I just reached 60 miles an hour. And actually I'm able to reach 70 down here when before I was really struggling to get to 70. Now I know that they say it'll get to 70 on a good day, so I know that I am at a good normal speed. But anyways, let's get to the very quick repair. Alright, so I'm on the throttle body here, and it's called the throttle body because that's where the throttle is, and I'm holding the throttle with my hand, and down here is the transmission cable, and here's the throttle cable. Now down here is the transmission shifting cable, and you see how much play there is on this one. There shouldn't be that much play. It should be a lot tighter. So the orange one is for transmission, and the black one, this one right here, that's for the throttle. So we could see plenty of play, and so we want to tighten that up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get a 12 millimeter for the tightening up the throttle, and we're going to get a 14 millimeter for tightening up the transmission. We're going to tighten both of them up because it's important. One is going to really make sure that it shifts when it should, and the other one is going to make sure that when you press on the throttle or on the gas, you get the right amount of gas when you press on it. So it's going to make a huge improvement. So let me show you how to do that. All right, so let's start off with the transmission cable here, which is this orange one or red, depending if you're colorblind or not. I think I might be colorblind. Anyways, it looks red to me, but people say it's orange. So we're just going to loosen that up. So you're going to loosen it from the back first, just to get it loose. And then you're going to loosen up the bolt in front. And you're going to need a 14 millimeter for this. And so you see how I'm loosening up the bolt here to kind of push that cable towards that bolt right there. See how I'm pushing it like that? And so I'm getting it pushed up all the way to where there's no tension like that. And then I'm going to kind of tighten the screw that is right here, right? This screw right here. So I'm going to tighten that up so that way there's less tension. That's essentially what you're doing, just getting the slop out of it. And you can see here it's improved a lot. So I'm going to try it a little bit more, and it's going to be a little bit of a trial and error here. You're going to loosen it and then tighten it, loosen it, tighten it. Basically, you don't want too much slop. It shouldn't be like super tight, but you don't want all the slop that I had in mind. So like I said, that's a 14 millimeter, very straightforward, very easy. Now let's move on to the throttle cable, which is the one with the black rubber on it. And this one actually has a ton of slop. You don't want to have that much slop in it. So we're going to tighten that up as well. So this one's actually going to be a 12 millimeter I thought they were both 14 in the beginning of my video, but I think I mentioned it earlier. Anyways, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tighten up the back one first, and then we're going to kind of move that little bolt towards the front rubber part, right, until we have no slop. And that's basically it. Pretty straightforward process, and you're going to see some crazy good results. As soon as I did this, like I said, I was like, wow, this is awesome. So, and that is pretty much it, guys. That's all it takes. It's very simple. And I'm glad I was able to find this. So shout out to the person on Facebook that mentioned this. Like I said before, guys, I make tons, and I'm continuing to make more videos on my 80 Series Land Cruiser. So if you haven't seen my old videos, maybe check them out. And if you have suggestions for new ones, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to add them to my list. I have a lot of work to do on this thing still. So anyways, if you also another thing that I wanted to say is if you're having trouble, and I haven't put out a video out yet, check out Facebook forums. There's some 80 series groups that are super helpful, and also check out the mud forums. Those are great. Those are a great resource to have. The reason I'm doing these videos is basically because it's hard to find videos on the 80 series Land Cruiser, the FJ80 specifically, and I had to do a ton of research to really find good information and make sure that it's correct. And I also have my factory service manual, which helps me a lot, so I kind of compare that when I'm doing my repairs or my maintenance or whatever it is that it is. So anyways, I hope this video is helpful to you. Maybe I saved you some money, maybe I helped you in some way, shape, or form, saved you some time. Let me know if I did. When you guys comment, it really helps. So thank you. Have a good day.